Okay. Okay. So at least now I know that it's up and running again. The disrespect. All right, well. Um yeah, finally like it fixed. So I'll just go through some things on like the timeline briefly cuz I'm gonna cuz I'm going to go and do some writing. The disrespect is crazy from this. And the thing is, I came back to the stream and it was still there. Like when I restarted my computer, but finally like it just wouldn't let the camera come back on. Even the camera was there. It was like, "Oh, something went wrong." I'm like, "I'm sure it did." Um okay, that's crazy. If it's this pink, I mean like just go and like bite a cow in it. Like I love this girl. She's a great cook. I don't know what she's cooking, but I know I already like it. Oh. Oh. I'm not gonna lie though, like when it comes to spices, and her food looks good, like always, like her food looks good. I know it tastes good, and her husband be like eating it up. They recently got married. Congratulations to them, by the way. That's what's up. She made her own sauce. It looks like hot sauce or like spicy. I guess she's gonna marinate that in buttermilk too, probably. Um, am I even showing you guys like you guys don't even know what I'm looking at. I didn't even have the thing on. Your resolution keeps lowering. I'm sorry, I don't know why. But when it comes to like seasoning, like
as well.
it's like
And half of the hot sauce. I use the other half for like
the seasoning here.
celery, salt, cayenne
Based,
pepper.
I mean that's for sure gonna taste good.
Paprika.
The older I get though,
And
like
some
the more I
sloppy
want to
mama.
use like whatever
She's
those
nice and
seasonings are.
seasoned. And then we're
Like
gonna
when I'm
take the
actually
pulp from the
cooking,
hot sauce and we're
I'll
gonna
try
put
to
it in
use
here
like
as
the
well.
fresh herb.
And half
Like
of
if
the
it's
hot
garlic
sauce,
powder, I'll
I
just
use the
use
other half
extra
for like
garlic.
dipping it in when it's done.
If it's
Just
onion
this little
powder, I'll
mix.
just use like loads of
All that
onion.
flavor right there. Next is buttermilk. If you don't
Or
have
like
buttermilk, you
thyme,
can
like
just
fresh
use
thyme
regular
leaves,
milk and then
cilantro, parsley
lemon
leaves,
or
Italian,
vinegar. You need
things like
acid.
that.
And buttermilk
Because
helps break down like the protein in the chicken.
I don't know,
make
but
it
the
nice and
older I
tender,
get,
so you
like
need
the less I
buttermilk.
like
Mix
actual
this all
like
up.
seasoning.
I like my marinade to have color to
Like
it.
I still want the food
So
to
after
taste
the
good, which is
marinade's
why
done,
I
I'm gonna
use like
cover it
the
up with some
actual
plastic
vegetables,
wrap.
but
I'm gonna let it sit in the
or
fridge
the
for a few
plants.
hours, at least 2 hours.
But I
Overnight
don't
if you
like
can, because that
seasoning
means it'll be
anymore
more
as much
flavorful. I'm gonna put it in
as
the
it's
fridge.
dried out.
Okay,
Unless
it's been
it's
a few
things like
hours.
has
We
to
actually
be
just
like
got back from looking at houses.
cinnamon or
I didn't like any of them.
cumin,
So now we're gonna batter
maybe,
the
or,
chicken.
you know,
This is my batter bowl. I'm gonna add some flour. I need
bay
more flour
leaves,
now.
things like
A few
that.
tablespoons of cornstarch. The cornstarch makes it like nice and flaky.
Turmeric.
Add
Blah,
all
blah,
the
blah,
same
you know.
seasonings that I did
But yeah,
to the
this
wet
lady
batter.
was bomb.
Get pretty
I want to see the end
heavy-handed with
result. The chicken.
Do you want some homemade hot sauce?
And she got some extra sauce there. She's like, you want to try it on there? I love
Cheers.
them together. Like, they're just so happy and enjoying life. And he always loves her food.
Well, he's not talking. That's a good sign.
This girl I heard was like on Gordon Ramsay's show or something at one point.
I didn't even think people ate that part.
Look at them enjoying life. Me after spending $186.48 on ingredients for a recipe I saw on TikTok and it tastes bad. Oh no. Command, glad you're back. Command option plus escape. Oh, thanks. I do not mind you being full screen. Oh, thanks. You said never mind. Oh. This is so crazy. It's such a wild thing. Like, it's so wild, but, you know. It's so hot when a guy doesn't have Instagram. I mean, I guess. When someone demands I show my work code, and stop showing my face to prove I'm a software engineer. It's illegal, bro. You want me to get fired? I like Emerson. Or Emberson, sorry. Oh. I mean, it said it's okay to be bigger than your partner, and you say no, it isn't. Okay, maybe it's not okay to be overweight, but this guy is quite small. Like, in general, this guy is quite small. I think the average girl would be bigger than this guy. Like, even a girl who is not overweight. Like, even if you take half of this girl's leg and you can see where the muscle should be in her legs, like you can see where the definition should be. Even at a normal size, this girl would be bigger than him. Her bones, you can see, are like bigger than this guy. Like, and I'm not saying that her entire leg is like because she's big bone. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the structure of this woman's body is bigger than the structure of this man's body. And she also has extra weight added on. And if you cut even her leg in half, and like her side, which obviously it would be more toned and whatever, she would still be bigger than this guy. She's got naturally a large behind. So even if she got smaller, obviously that'd be bigger, but men don't care about that. And her legs, based on what you can see here, would naturally also be bigger because this guy standing doesn't even have the muscle definition, that line that goes down the side of your leg. This line, this indent right here, it shows that she actually has natural muscle as well. So if she lost weight, she would have a lot of muscle right here. This little indent right here, I have that line going up my leg. Someone told me some time ago that this muscle is the hardest to build in your body, that line to get on your leg. I don't know if it's true or not. Someone correct me. But I've had it like my whole life. This guy does not even have that muscle definition there. She would naturally be bigger than him even if she was the same size. Like, even if she was in her weight bracket, to be healthy, she would still be bigger than him, and she would have more muscle per surface area, I guess you could say, for her body in comparison to this guy. This guy doesn't seem to have very much. I think that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Just my opinion. And based on like her hands and where you can see like where her potential wrist could be, like the bones in her wrist, and how this man's arm looks, it looks like this man has a smaller bone frame even. But I could be wrong. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, look at that. What is your opinion? Yes, you're all wrong. Sometimes it really feels like that. This has been like a lot of people the last couple of years. Yeah, you're all wrong. Just sitting there. And it's just like now slowly all these people that are saying you're wrong, literally gaslighting or doing groupthink, like mob mentality, while you're sitting there like, no, the sky is literally blue, and the grass is literally green, and oxygen is literally oxygen. And people are like, no, it's not true. And you're just like, it's like cognitive dissonance. It's like, what is going on? How do you even think this way? How are you actually behaving like this? You know? And as things slowly come out and people are slowly starting to see, like, when we understand just how bad everything was the last couple years, I don't even want to think about it. It's like, it's going to be mind-blowing. Oh, Alex Jones. What's this? I can't hear it. Okay, Alex. Alex Jones is really funny. You wake up tomorrow to this. What's the first thing you do? This is typical in Canada, and I was raised in Canada. Was born in Canada. I'm native. That's very typical. You'd still have to go to school, by the way. I haven't seen snow like this in years. I haven't seen like or really experienced snow in like years. I think if I did experience snow like this again, you'd see something like this and you'd be like, ugh, you wake up. But now that I have not seen snow in like years, I feel like if I were to see snow like that again, I would start crying like crazy, because I was in Colorado some time ago, and like it snowed lightly, and I picked up some snow in my hand, just like a little bit. I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't felt snow in years, and I started crying. And I thought that I hated snow, because you grow up with this and you're like, ah. But you don't realize how much something is a part of you and like reminiscent to you until you don't have it, right? I'm here if you need me. Real. That's me. I need that little sign. That's me to people. Why are you as a man letting yourself get fat now that you have a girlfriend? We'll never understand this. And don't you want to become the best and healthiest version of you for the person you claim to love? The person you claim to love should be yourself. And if you don't ever become the best version of you for yourself, you'll never do it for someone else. I like what she's trying to say, and I see what she's trying to say, because when you love someone, you will still like do what's best so that you can be good to them. But you said complete analysis with Kaysha. Shovel. Yeah. But unless you're doing it for yourself, it's just never gonna it's never going to land, right? And you definitely need it to. So you will keep improving yourself if you do it for yourself and God. That's when things will do the best. And also, like, if you really, really love someone, like if I really loved a man and I saw the true value in him gaining weight wouldn't make me love him less. I literally would not care. And I'm being so genuine about that because um if you care about somebody, you understand circumstances and you'll just help them lose weight or gain weight, or you'll encourage them, or like I'll cook better food for him or something. I don't care about stuff like that because if I love you, a few pounds is not going to change that. I just feel like if a few pounds stops you from loving your spouse, you're in big problems. You're in serious problem. You have no loyalty to that person. Because yeah, you should take care of your health, but life happens. And I'm not giving it an excuse. I'm just speaking of the reality that sometimes there will be situations that will cause people to gain or lose weight. There's a lot of reasons. There's endless reasons, and I'm not talking about just being greedy and just, letting yourself go on purpose. Even that happens, but I'm not even talking about that. There are endless situations that can cause people to gain weight. Hormones, health issues, car accidents, blah blah blah. If your person that you're married to withdraws rather loyalty because you've gained a few pounds, that person never loved you. And you don't see that person as a team. You see that person as your enemy. And that's not someone you want to be with. Because if I was married to a man and he gained weight, or if he lost weight, if he had muscle and he lost a lot of muscle, I wouldn't love him any differently. I married him because of his mind and his heart, his character. I didn't marry him because of his muscle. His muscle is a benefit to me because his muscle can be used to protect and, help provide, because that's his strength as a man, for sure. Physical strength, not mental and emotional. But even his muscle doesn't mean anything unless he has good character. Because I saw a video the other day. My dad sent it to me. I think Justin Waller posted it. And this woman, she was trying to jump on the train late, and it started moving. It was slowly moving, but she ended up tripping, and then she fell between the gap. But she fell so slowly that the men around could have grabbed her. So their able-bodiedness as a man was useless because they didn't have the character to act in a timely manner to help that lady. They didn't take preemptive step. Like, if they saw that, they would have actually, logically, you witness something like that, the lady walking towards the gap like that, you start walking closer because you see in your mind already there's a potential that this person is going to fall and hurt themselves. There's a train starting to moving and they're walking towards it. Like, that's like a problem, like a disaster waiting to happen. But they just stood there and waited for her to fall in between, and like he barely took a step, and I couldn't believe it. My dad and I were like, wow. Right, it was crazy. Said my muscles are for the service of the Lord. Exactly. If your muscles are for the service are not for the service of the Lord, then they're useless. So like I don't even find men who are super chiseled attractive. I don't. I really don't. And I wish I was lying to you, but I'm not. I don't find it attractive in and of itself. There's nothing appealing about it to me. It doesn't even scream that he's a good character because there's a lot of addicts that have chiseled bodies that are really dangerous people, and I've seen them. I've seen very dangerous people, like sick, twisted individuals with very chiseled bodies. because that chiseled body helps them further accomplish the evil that they want to exact against other people, because it serves to the prejudice that most people have, and they feed that aesthetic so that they can get what they want. It's a means to an end for them. So a chiseled body, I could care less. There's nothing attractive about it to me. Now, a chiseled body with a good character and a good mind, well, that might serve me well. But off the rip, in and of itself, I've never been attracted to. But I'm also a woman. I don't know. Like, I'm not as visual. Like, sorry, I need to be physically attracted to somebody, but that doesn't mean that you're like ripped and have no body fat. Like, I just don't care. Like, I wouldn't be with someone. You said I need to hit the weight so I can serve better. Real. Um, it starts in the mind and heart first. I saw a video of a kid attacked by a pit bull. Adults did nothing. I was attacked by 2 pit bulls and another large dog last year on Thanksgiving. And 2 grown men who were quite large. Not overweight, like large. They stood by and did nothing. They watched this dog attack me. These dogs. I got bit. I had to go to the hospital. I was bloody. The dogs were bloody. I was screaming. I was terrified. I could not believe it. And like, I didn't even ask for help because I was just screaming, but they were standing right there. Like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And then there was an old guy nearby. One of the dogs was the old guy's, and he seemed like handicapped or something, or like not physically handicapped. He seemed like mentally disabled or delayed. He wasn't speaking. He was just like screaming. So then I was like, okay, now I have to like do something because this guy might not be. But I'm like, why does he have such a crazy like dog if like such a high, pressure dog if he, I don't know, like I don't know. It was terrifying to me. So like muscles don't mean anything. Since lifting, I have learned the difference between hypertrophy and strength. Hypertrophy is when you damage the muscles to get swollen and big. You can have smaller muscles that are stronger with more compact muscle fibers. Yeah. 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 Like I don't know. I'm just not attracted like I'm not attracted physically to like many things at all. Like it's even off-putting sometimes because I'm not saying that men shouldn't be happy that they look good. It's just as a woman, you can't force me to be attracted to that. I'm just not attracted to that. I'm not attracted to bodies. I'm not. Doesn't like I can't look at a body and be like, "Oh, wow." No. No. Give me like some really saucy word salad, then, maybe. But like if you say a bunch of sweet and nice things to me, then yeah, you might have me there, but you might have a chance, but even still. But coming to me with, I got money, I got this body, man, please, I don't care. That's not why I like you. Everything has to be the character for me first. So yeah, you have to assume in life that there's always the potential to go something wrong. You have to prepare for all possibilities, all realities, all eventualities, whatever. You have to think to yourself, can I love this person even if they gain 20 pounds and they don't look as clean and sleek as they do right now? Would I be able to love them until they get back to their normal? My dad told me that you have to look at someone and think about the weaknesses that they have or what they've done in life or where they've come from, and ask yourself if you could love them if they felt like, if you have to be realistic. What if they had they retracted backwards one day. This is who they were when they had a rough time. There's always the potential of someone making a mistake in the same way. People are people. There's patterns to behavior. Would you love that person again? If they gained 10 or 20 pounds and you had to watch them lose it or encourage them to lose it, would you love them if they fell back into their previous, if they made the mistake of falling back into something? If the answer is no, stay away from that person, because things will just not go good. You need to be able to look at someone and not be disgusted by their past. If you look at someone and you're disgusted by their past or the potential of who they are when they were not their best version of themselves, you should just stay away from that person, because you're going to be harboring preemptive resentment to that person and treating them in an ill manner at any sign that they might be going down a direction that you don't necessarily approve of. This does in fact look good, but I'm sure you'd want to pass out after. This is crazy. That's crazy. All the weapons in the car and the witch your dad interviewed, it was a lot. I saw the pictures. I could not sleep that night. Took a while to vent the hate I felt. I saw the video of a kid attacked by a pit bull. All adults did nothing. Yeah, that's disgusting. And you mean the lady that tried to grab me that had like the pit bull? Yeah, the weapons and everything. Yeah. And he was talking to her and she had like the grin on her face saying that it looked like she was going to kill me. Yeah. She came out of her own mouth that people watching would assume that she was trying to kill me. And yeah, someone had picked me up with weapons, an abused pit bull, like machete, duct tape, rope, and stuff, and they got arrested. But my dad spoke to her on a video call and talked to her, and she said that it for all intensive purposes, that it looked like she was going to kill me, and she had like a grin on her face or whatever. That's what the other person is referencing. And that dog attacked me and with other pit bull and another large dog that put me in the hospital on Thanksgiving last year. It was wild. I still have the scar from that pit bull, that dog attack, the mini dog attack, and the wound is still not fully healed. Like, if I touch it, it's still sensitive. And it's been over a year. Well, not over a year. It's been almost a year. Because it was on Thanksgiving Day. But anyways, praise God that I still have my leg, to be fair. Oh yeah, like it was bad, polydactyl. If that dog had actually, it's the grace of God that dog unlatched. I don't know how it unlatched, because the pit bull, like, his teeth like pierced into my thigh. It was so strong and so deep that fat started pouring out of, like, pulling out of the pockets, like the holes. I was like, oh my gosh, this fat pocket's coming out. And it's the grace of God that he didn't latch with his bottom. I think that's why it came off, because if his bottom jaw had latched under my thigh, oh my gosh, that whole section of my leg would have been gone. That whole section of my thigh would have been gone. And I would have been like bled out and dead, because the hospital, when I went there, they didn't even do anything for me. They told me to clean my own wounds with water. And then I had to ask them for gauze and tape and stuff so that I could wrap it and everything. And then I had to use like lemon juice and all sorts of stuff that, like, and Epsom salt to pack inside and around it so that it wouldn't get infected and I wouldn't like I was also homeless at the time, so I was like trying like all these remedies to like keep it. It's funny now. It's not really funny. But yeah, I have my leg obviously, and I was able to like get some stuff over the counter or whatever to put on it to like to heal it, but man, that was terrifying. um Mirrored furniture. This doesn't look minimal. It still looks kind of cluttered. I don't know. It looks like a lot. Trad are idiots who can't cope with this woman looking way better with short hair. Okay, honestly, let's start this from the beginning.
I like the way you kiss me. I like the way you. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it this. Not trying to be romantic. I'll hit it from the back just so you don't get attached. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it this. Not trying to be romantic. I'll hit it from the back just so you don't get attached. To bite my lip, just feel the taste. You're on the knees, I'm on the case. You take.
Okay. Here's what I think. Okay, so here's what I think. I think that if you are, thank God you were here. Thank you, writer. The grace of God, my Father. Again, I'll say it. So she looked like this at the. You know what I think it is? I think this looks better on her. Like, I think this cut looks better on her because it's framing her face. Like her face, she has makeup on in this part now. Like at the beginning, she didn't have any makeup on. Now she has makeup. She has this framing her face. You can see the definition of her cheekbones, her nose and her eyes look soft but sharp at the same time. Like, and she has a nice side profile. You can see more of her face. So in the other one, this one, she's not wearing as much. Wait, was she actually wearing the full makeup there? No, she wasn't, because her face looks so different here than it does at the beginning. Yeah, no, she's wearing different makeup. There's no way that's the same. It's not. And her hair looks dull because it has not been washed and styled. But it's all one length, so it's like you don't get any definition of her face. It's not framing her face. It doesn't really seem very open. So it's, to be fair, it's just the cut. If she had some nice bangs, like side swooping bangs, there, the way that she does here, but with long hair, she would look just as good. Like if she had bangs like here, like how she has them, the curtain bangs. I love these. Curtain bangs are the best. I always have them, except mine are grown out like to here now, which is good. I'm kind of trying to make everything one length to be boring. But if she had that there, and then maybe some face framing like layers that like swooped and kind of like went to the curvature of her face, but like also rested like on her cheekbones kind of and above her eyebrows, she would look really good. Like if she had like all the layers, like a nice blowout, she would look really good because she has a beautiful face. But I think it's just the cut. And you know, a lot of people, like once upon a time, I'd probably be like, yeah, I used to think, you said not an improvement in my opinion. Yeah. And I asked my dad, I actually saw this the other day and I showed my dad this picture, like this video, because I've been seeing this go around. And my dad was like, she should have not cut her hair. He was like, she does not look better with the short hair. But as a woman, I'm just like, oh, look how pretty her face is. Right? But men love the hair. So like it's different because as a woman, like I'm not going to see women to be beautiful for the same reason men are. Because I'm not looking at women that way. We don't have the same purpose looking at women. I'm just looking at her being like objectively, I think that her face is beautiful and now I can see her face. But I think once upon a time, I also thought that, and I said this not too long ago, I don't think that women having longer or shorter hair makes them less or more beautiful, but I'm also emotional, and I look at, oh, that girl looks very sweet, she looks very soft, she looks very subtle. Emotional things. She looks, I'm judging her emotionality also by how I'm seeing her, if that makes sense. Like, and if I do know her and she's cut her hair, I'm like, oh, you're such a beautiful person. You're so beautiful inside. I like you. You're very nice, and you have a beautiful face and a nice character. So like, why not? But no, I also, and like for me, my hair is very different. As you can see, it's straight. Um no one, sometimes people don't believe that like my hair is like straight now, but and if I scrunch it like a lot, I can make it curly, but it's not nearly curly the way like it was when I was a kid. And I was born with straight hair, believe it or not. Straight pitch black hair, but it got curly over time. And um now the curls are just gone. Like they're just not there anymore. And so the other day I was on stream. I think it was on TikTok. And I just finished from the shower and I washed my hair and everything. And I just sat there and I just let it dry. And then later in the stream, people were like, "Oh, did you straighten your hair? It's so nice." I was like, "No, I've been sitting here letting it air dry the whole time. Like it's literally messy. It's just straight, it's messy." But I can't handle that. Like I have this delusion in my mind sometimes. If you cut it, maybe it'll grow back curly. No. Sometimes it'll have like a little wave, but ultimately, like I brush it out to get the tangles out because you can't just leave tangles in it, and then let it air dry and it's straight. But in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, well, just cut it, let it grow back. Maybe there's a chance. I don't see myself less of an attractive person like inside because of having short hair, long hair. But when I really thought about it, I was telling my dad about it. I was like, should I just cut it? Like, I'm sick of this. Like, it's not doing what I need it to do. Like, the curls aren't coming back. And mind you, this is all virgin hair. Like, there's nothing done to it. There's no chemicals in it. There's nothing done to it. It hasn't been altered. It's just the stress of like my life the last couple of years, or poison, or whatever else. And my dad was like, "Nah, man, don't cut it." And I was like, "Nah, man, like why? Like it's just not cooperating. I might as well try again, start over." And he was like, "No, because whatever's wrong with your hair is wrong internally, and then you'll just have hair that is making you angry that's short instead of hair that's making you angry that's long. And until you fix the problem of whatever it is, it's going to keep growing like that. So there's no point in cutting it to start over because you'll be dealing with the same thing until the internal problem is gone." I was like, "Oh, okay, you're telling me that it's like the root cause, like it's going to keep growing that way. So whatever." So then I didn't cut it because I was thinking about, practically speaking, is it possible to, get the curl pattern back if I sacrifice some comfort? But as time goes on, I actually am starting to think, because before, like I said, like I just said not too long ago on a stream, I don't think women are less attractive for shorter or longer hair because some of them have such beautiful, soft faces. I'm like, you're so pretty. You can see your face. Like, but as time goes on, I'm starting to think that no, short hair is not, for women, short hair is not a thing. Like, I think we've been indoctrinated because that never used to be a thing. And the Bible says that a woman's hair is her sail, like her beauty. And it's true. Like, we a lot look like men. Not men. We look like boys with short hair. Like because women's face is so soft, we don't have the harsh features of men. We end up just looking like boys or young men with short hair. And it's like strange, That's how I think as time goes on. Like I was looking at photos of myself the other day when my hair was shorter and it was growing back in. And I was like, no, that's not a flex. I can't cut my hair again. Like, I really can't. Like, if I ever got sick and all my hair fell out, I would know I still loved myself. But, you know, because I'm still a good person inside, or I try to be a good person inside. Can't really be good. Like you said, no one's good but God. But I'm more beautiful with long hair. And as my hair gets longer and longer, I'm like, no, I can't cut it. I did my hair really pretty the other day, and I was like, no. I was so stupid. I was so foolish. I should have never cut this. He said, love to hear your whole mind on these random subjects. Complete analysis again. Me, I prefer the first. That's it. These are less attractive to men. Yeah, it is. And we just have to accept, just like I said, men cannot, a man can never convince me to be attracted to their physical body, because I'm not. Like, I'm not attracted to a woman's physical body. Like, I see a woman's body and I'm like, well, whatever. Like, I'm a woman, you're a woman, whatever. Like, it, whatever. But like a man, I'm not attracted to his physical body in and of itself. Like, it just doesn't move me. So like a man cannot force me to adapt that type of thinking, because like I will never look at a guy and think, oh wow. Like, I've just never been, like, I can't even imagine. Like, I can't even think of, I have to think of something emotionally that man has done to make me think, oh wow, that guy is so attractive. Because the body, I'm like, the body, like, who cares? What do you mean the body? What do you mean the body? Right? But so in that same way that a man can't say to me, Kaysha, you as a woman, you need to be attracted to my physical body as a woman. Like, all these men that are going around like, I'm a top tier man, so like the one video I showed you guys a few streams ago, and I'm a top tier man because I'm 6 something, I have a nice body, and I make a lot of money. I'm like, if you're saying you're a top tier man because that's what makes you a man as a man, why are you expecting my female brain to appreciate those qualities from you as a man? The Bible says for men to love women, not respect. Like, obviously respect comes with them, but the way that a woman feels love is through love, not respect. If you know what I mean. Those two things are separate, even though they have to do with each other. So it's like, I want love. I don't want position, status, assets. Like, I can't feel any emotion from those things. Like, those things are not gonna, it's like, you can tell me you have those things, but what is that gonna do for me? Like, it might put a roof over my head, but is it going to hug me, hold me at night? Like in one of the posts above where it says like real man stuff is like rubbing your wife or woman to sleep, like safe in your arms. That's what women want: love, compassion, kindness, genuine kindness. Your money can't do that for me. I can't even pay someone to do that for me because I will feel the coldness of their touch, and it's not going to do anything for me. So the same way a man cannot force women to appreciate things that have nothing to do with the emotionality or the desires, the intimate desires of a woman, the same way women cannot force men to appreciate women with short hair if they're not attracted to it. If a man is attracted to women with hair, you cannot force him to be attracted to you without hair. That's not fair. That's not what he's attracted to. If the man likes hair, if he likes women to look feminine and soft and traditional, then that is how his brain is wired, and he can't change that. And nor should he. Like, he is a man. A man should be attracted to man things. When men are attracted to woman things, that's how they get to different problems. And when women are attracted to man things instead of women things, we get into problems. Yeah, like you said earlier about men, I would love her anyway. shallow. I prefer to compliment character than appearance. Exactly. Others appreciate my compliments, and that is why. Yeah, I prefer compliments of character because that shows me that the person actually notices me, they know who I am, and they're not just looking at my body. That's crazy. Caveman. Guantanamo, I want you to send them to Mars. That's really funny. It's really funny, Elon. Not me seeing me. I got engaged today. We've been together 6 years, and he totally surprised me. I had to share it with my family. 6 years is crazy, but congratulations. That's amazing. When you order Rush Hour from Shein is wild. POV, your boyfriend checks out another girl and tells you about it. Wait, what?
Do you know that I love you so much that you actually don't care? Or do you care? I said, do you know that I love you so much is why you don't care? Or do you actually just not care?
I know that I'm the first one. Oh my god.
Not her so focused on the taco that she just doesn't even know how to react. I'm sorry, but like, I feel like a man. She said, should I be mad? Honestly, that's torture. Like, for the mind of a woman, telling her, and I guess I'll leave on that one because I don't know what else. Oh, I love this. I love this. This is so cool. Oh, look at the cute kitty. Oh, and it's orange too. Definitely a psychopath. Okay, so like a woman who may this love never find me. Yeah, honestly, this is evil. Like, telling a woman something like this is evil. Imagine a woman coming to you and saying, "What is your opinion?" Um Imagine to a woman coming to you and saying like, "Oh, well, this guy is really hot, and I think I can just tell that he would really, really love, like, he would really love me. He's like really like kind and like saying things that would make you think that she thinks that he would like love her or whatever. He just seems like such a lover. The trauma like that it puts in mind. Why would you want to tell her that you're checking out another girl? Like, why are you treating her like she's one of the guys? Like, why are you not having respect or love for the woman sitting across from you? That's crazy. I might look at a person and say, oh, that person's objectively attractive. Why would I turn to the man that I'm with and be like, look how good looking that guy is? That would be very weird. That would be very weird. And even I wouldn't really do that, but like on an emotional frame, oh, that guy is so nice. He's so nice to me. Like he always does this for me. He always fixes the problem when we have problems at work. Like, he's the go-to guy. Everyone loves him. He always brings me a coffee first thing in the morning. That's weird. Like, she's going to be traumatized by that. That's going to traumatize her. That is like, and like, why do you want that circling through her brain? And then, like she said, she was looking to see who he's talking about. Now she's going to start comparing herself to that person. Oh, am I attractive like that person? Do I have what that person has? Why is he attracted to her if he's with me? And she might be a completely opposite type of person to her. And then she feels like she has to change and be like that person. And it's an unattainable goal. She'll never be able to be that person because she's not that person. A man doing that, it's like you're calculating the destruction of that woman's mind. And you can't say that you don't know what you're doing. Like, that's insane. That is insane. That is so disrespectful. Why would you want to, first of all, if I'm with somebody, I don't notice anyone else around me. If someone passes you and they're so objectively attractive, you're like, wow, that person has a nice face. That's all the thought is. But you're going to say like their specific body part. I'm not one of your boys. I'm not one of your boys. Don't talk to me like I'm one of the boys. Don't treat me like I'm one of the boys. That's messed up. It's really messed up. Anyways, guys, that's enough for me. I've got some diary submission to write, so I'm gonna go do that, and I'll see you guys in the morning. I do want to actually get to bed tonight, and we have a show tomorrow. So, by the way, if you guys want to see more of these Bible readings and Real Talk with Kaysha, you can follow Real Talk with Kaysha on Rumble and the Karis Project. And if you want to subscribe to me on X, you can do that as well. The link to everything is in the bio, your descriptions, whatever. And the Karis Project is also on QUX, Locals, Vocal. And yeah, please support us on there. And we run our show, the Karis Project, on Lindell's network, Frank Speech TV, every day. It's 11 o'clock for like me, but it goes live at 5. Like it's like 11 o'clock like on our other platforms, but it's live stream on Frank Speech at like 5 Eastern. So yeah, go check those out as well. And show some love, show some support. If you want to donate, you can. Or if you want to buy merchandise, we have like shirts and like t-shirts and cups, like mugs and stuff like that you can buy, and purses and stuff. So anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Stay encouraged and stay blessed, y'all. Because things get better. Things get better. Okay, good night. Good night, guys.